We've only got a few days to get this overgrown jungle transformed into a party-ready yard, and the Kentucky Derby clock is ticking. Can we pull it off? Okay, y'all, here's the deal. This is my nephew's house, and it's an older home, and it's a beautiful house, and it came with a big, beautiful yard. But y'all know what happens when you have a big yard. It's a lot to maintain. And my nephew works, seems like he works 6 days a week. But here's the catch. We are throwing a Kentucky Derby senior party for my niece here on Saturday. And this yard is nowhere ready. And on top of that, everybody works full time. How are we going to pull together and get this pulled off? I don't know. Calgon, take me away already. But let me just show y'all what we're working with. What we're probably going to have to do is break this up into the party side of the yard and then the non-party side of the yard. When we have the party, it'll be on the side that we get cleaned up, and then we'll just have to clean the rest of it up the following week or when we can. And to top it off, I think a storm's coming. Yep, I see the clouds moving in. Story of my life. This is my nephew's house. He has a beautiful home, and he does have a beautiful yard. He has lots of pretty evergreens, big mature trees. It's just really idyllic. We kind of got this started yesterday where we cleaned out a big bed that was very overgrown. And I have some before pictures, so I'll put those in right here. If you remember the before pictures, in this area right here, it was grown up with shrubs like spireas, an old rose that was so gangly until I think it had one rose bloom on it. It was stuff that we just didn't really need to keep. That is the only thing that we left. It's some kind of a spirea, some kind of old-timey spirea. But I want you to look at this. Do you see that? Yeah. My plant identifier said it was poison ivy. And that right there. And it's everywhere. And I am allergic to poison ivy. It was all in this bed right here. In all of those bushes, all over the ground. So we cut everything down. Danny was over here with me. And he used his chainsaw and cut everything down as low as he could. We blew all the leaves out, raked all the leaves out and all the debris out. And then we did spray in this area because I'm telling you, it was nothing but poison ivy and weeds. We sprayed it all, and then we covered it up with, this is 42 bags of mulch right here. So you may not think that that looks like very much, but I'm telling you, that was a full day's work. It was a job. And this is kind of where we're planning to have the party. He has this patio right here, and this area right here, and then that part of the backyard right there. We're gonna set some tables up with white tablecloths and have some, pretty flower arrangements and have different games for them to play and some good things to eat. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We just have a lot of work to get there. From all these trees, of course, there are limbs and sticks and leaves, and this right here was a flower bed they were just grown up, overgrown, seen better days, shrubs all through here. And I asked Danny to cut those down, so he did. Also, poison ivy all through here. Like I'm scared to even step in here right now. but we cleaned it all out, sprayed, and so we need to mulch this entire area all the way back to, we're gonna mulch it so it'll look nice and neat all the way back to right here, this area. So you can see it's a pretty big stretch that we cleaned out. So that's where we got started. And this is the big debris pile that we have. We had had lots of rain, and his whole yard, like this little trench right here between his yard and that little service road right there, was full of water. So we just threw the branches over here. So that's all the debris from what we cleaned up yesterday. I did dig these 3 barberry shrubs out from right there. I figured they would do better if they could get more sun, and they would turn more of that red color. So we're gonna put those in another spot where they'll get more sun. He has hired somebody to come and cut the grass and weed eat, but you know, it's got to dry up, and it looks like we're fixing to have more rain, so who knows when that's going to be. He wants us to dig up this whole clump of grass. He said it looks dead. It is dead in the middle. It's pampas grass, I think. Heck, I might get a chunk of it and take it home with me. That's his burn pile back there. That's where we're going to take everything eventually when the road dries out enough. And he'll burn it all one day, maybe. Or it can compost in place back there. Look over here around this tree. Have you ever seen so much Virginia creeper in your life mixed all up in there with the poison ivy? That's an old peach tree that he never does get to enjoy the peaches because the birds eat them up. So I think we're just going to cut that down. Okay, right here we have I think this is a deutzia. I'm just going to clean it up, get out the dead. This little area right here is a shady space. I'm going to cut those azaleas down, give them a rejuvenation prune, pull the weeds, and then mulch all in here. That right there is an American beautyberry. It's staying. There's some nandinas back there. Those are going to stay too. But I'll just go through here and weed and then mulch. And it'll look better. And cut those down. And then we're back to the party area. It's a new day. We're back and we're about to get with it, get busy, and get this place cleaned up. There's Mr. Snake. He scared the toot out of me. Danny said that he is a chicken snake. also known as a good snake. So we're gonna let him be and try to stay out of his way.
Keep going. All right.
Want some water, Danny?
Yeah, I do.
I like to use the sheet mulching method sometimes, where you weed eat the area really, really low, and then you put cardboard down to kind of smother out the grass, and then you just put mulch on top of it. It makes it look tidy and neat and clean. And then if you do ever get ready to plant, the cardboard will break down, you know, probably by fall, and we could just plant straight into the ground through the mulch there. Danny had just been kicking the mulch around, getting it into place, and I'd been kind of spreading it with my hands. But Cooper found a rake, and he really was able to get it spread out really nice and neatly. And now Cooper is bringing another bag of mulch and gonna put it out. And I think that we ended up using about 30 bags of mulch here between these two little beds. And this is the finished product, all nice and neat and clean looking.
Watch out, watch out.
Yeah, Cooper was the real worker this day. He kind of carried us. He was strong, and we couldn't have done it without him. It's about 8:30 p.m. and Cooper and I are leaving the job site. We are too pooped to whoop. We're fixing to run by McDonald's, get a little something to eat, go home, take a shower, take a muscle relaxer, and go to bed. But we're not finished yet. But it's looking a whole lot better. Yeah, it is. So y'all keep on watching, subscribe, like this video, and stay tuned for the next installment of Clean Up at Joe's. You're gonna love it. Bye.